In 1896, there was a war between the British settlers and the locals called Ndhlukula. It is an incredible thought that during this time, this violent and brutal time, the settlers came up with an idea to build the library. It has been built under the notion that white settlers' wives were bored and they wanted to go back to Britain. And in order for the white men to stop the whites from going back to Britain, they had to come up with an idea of building the library. It has been 125 years and the library is still standing.
Inside this building is where we see the genesis of every other library in this country. Whether you're a school library, the National Archives started inside this building. All of it from the City of Kings.
The first stop during the tour of the library was the YPL, which is the Young People's Library. It caters for children from as early as pregnancy up to grade 7.
The YPL, as we like to call it here, which we have, this is the main branch of it, but of course we also have a section of it in the mobile library, the Ascot branch, and of course also at Cowdray Park. Getting children to read is one of the most important functions of the library here.
I'm at the YPL, that is the Young People's Library. I'm with Mrs. Olive Nyoni from Killian Primary School. Killian Primary School is known as the most supportive school in terms of bringing young readers to the library.
Okay. My name is Mrs. Olive Nyoni. I am a teacher at Killian Primary School. I am also a librarian. I am teaching grade 7.
All right. So what's the relationship between Killian Primary School and the library?
I think the relationship is because we are interacting a lot with the library, especially the book bus. We've been with the library for a long time now.
Here we offer Braille books, and we offer rehabilitation for those who lose their eyesight at later stage. We offer free internet services, as we are saying that this library survives from you guys. Then we now, of late, we are involved in a lot of activism and advocacy for inclusion. As the government always say that we are building an economy that leaves no one behind. Now, hence, we are also intending to involve other disabilities. We can see that is our program director was speaking at the upstairs there, that this is an inclusive library.
What effect does the library have on the youth of today, and do you believe they are attaining enough information to help them as they go on?
The library so far has current books on all aspects of youth development. We have international books that assist children or young people to have a wider scope of what they should do in order to fit in the world's present day issues for their security.
Nyasha, what have you benefited from the library?
I've benefited a long time. Unlike a school library where most of my friends are there, it's easy for me to be distracted. So here at the library, at the public library, no one knows me, and it's easier for me to read and concentrate on whatever I want to get done. And yeah, so technically it just gives me a lot of time.
So what do you enjoy in the library?
I enjoy reading books, and it has helped me a lot writing compositions at school.
Oh, that's amazing. So what would you say to other people at your school, people at your age? What would you say to them that they should come and join the library?
I would say that they should come and join the library because it helps their English when writing compositions, and it has given me really good grades.
So what do you hope for the future of the library?
The library, as it stands now, has a brighter future if the young generation can only be encouraged to read other than Google, because Googling does not afford much search for information. They are just told instead of finding out, and hence what people are told does not remain long, because it's something that he has been given for a particular exercise and thereafter he has no information. And yet, if it's information researched from the various writers and books, it will remain longer and be useful to the researcher.
Okay, so the library gives grants to help the council gives grants to help the library to sustain itself. When last did such grant was given to the library?
As long as the city is doing its budget, we make sure that there is a certain percentage that we give. In all years, every year, even this year when we're planning for 2022, because it's part and parcel of the program of the city of Bulawayo for growing Bulawayo, for keeping our history, we make sure that it's budgeted for in all our budgets.
I'd like you to take us through on how the library functions.
Basically, this is a public library. Public library, we are open to everyone, or we do not discriminate. So, in other words, it's a poor man's university, is a whole public libraries. Anyone is free to walk in, as long as you're a member. There's a subscription that we depend on. So when you come into the library, there's a subscription that we ask you to pay.
Okay, so what do you hope for the future of the library?
The library, as it stands now, has a brighter future if the young generation can only be encouraged to read other than Google, because Googling does not afford much search for information. They are just told instead of finding out, and hence what people are told does not remain long, because it's something that he has been given for a particular exercise and thereafter he has no information. And yet, if it's information researched from the various writers and books, it will remain longer and be useful to the researcher.